What's up YouTube? My name's Kenneth and today I'm going to show you a solve I did on my 3x3x9 from Wit Eden. Now while I'm scrambling this up, I do want to give a couple disclaimers on this video. Number one, it might be kind of boring, so if it's not for you, just turn it off. Number two, I am going to fast forward it because I am no way speed solving this puzzle, and if I showed the whole thing it would be just way too boring. So those are the disclaimers. And now while I'm scrambling this puzzle, I do want to remind you, if you're scrambling 3x3x9, don't forget to include those fully functional moves. You gotta scramble it first with all the tiny layers, and then you can move it around like a 3x3. Now that scrambling's done and it's all messed up, ready to go, here I am inspecting. And another thing I'm going to say is I'm going to have this timer here in the bottom left that'll show you the actual time, even if I speed up or slow down. So the first thing I do here is I am trying to solve the equator layer. But then I realized, I don't really want to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve it like a Rubik's Cube. So I was going to solve the equator layer, then solve the middle three layers, then solve it like a Rubik's Cube, and then start solving the outer layers. But I decided against that, so right here I'm solving it like a Rubik's Cube. And a lot of people noted in my last unboxing video that when you do solve it like a Rubik's Cube, something interesting happens. And what happens is, right here you can see that the centerpiece of the split layer is not in line, and it's actually a super cube. So what you got to do is fix that. So I'm untwisting it right here. And right now you can see it's back to a 3x3x9. So when I solve the 3x3x9, I solve it inside out. So first I work on the small equator layer. Then right now the equator layer is done. Now I'm going to move outward and do the layer right above the middle layer and also the layer right below the middle layer. And I do that in the exact same fashion that I would do a 3x3x2. So that does beg the question, how do I solve the 3x3x2? Well, first what I do is I solve the top corners. That doesn't require any moves, it's just using intuition. Then I solve the bottom corners, and that requires one algorithm that you have to memorize. Once that's done, then I solve the top layer edges, and then I solve the bottom layer edges. So right here you can I've already done the corners, and now I'm doing the edges. Now I'm almost done with the edges. As I'm finishing them up, I actually finished the 2x2x3 portion, and all that's left is this middle layer that I've hurt. So now I have to fix the middle layer with a couple algorithms. With that out of the way, I now have the middle three layers done, and now it's time to move outward, up and down to the next two layers. Now once again, I'm solving these two layers in the same way I did the previous two layers, and I'm treating the middle three layers like I did before, just the middle layer. So I'm solving it like a 3x3x2 again. So I'm finishing up right here, and there you can see now I've got the middle 5 layers. Is that right? 5? Yeah, got the middle 5 layers. Now I'm moving on to the layer right above and below the middle 5 layers, and once again solving it just like a 3x3x2. Now that layer I had trouble with because my fingers kept on moving just one layer instead of both layers, so it was kind of annoying. So now those two layers are done, and now all that's remaining are the very top layer and the very bottom layer, and this solves exactly like a 3x3x2 now, especially since I can see the top color. And here we are coming up to the end of the solve, and all that's going to be remaining now that I have the top and bottom layers done are these middle layers, and I'm treating them as one giant middle layer. And there we go. I've solved the 3x3x9. Now I hope this video wasn't too boring for you guys who watched the whole thing. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, leaving nice comments, and liking it. I do come out with videos every other weekend, so stay tuned for the next video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and have a great day.